Okay, once you open up the New Century Fund, you'll see that there's a number of sheets. Go ahead and fill out the author information. Okay, and today's date. What is today's date? Doesn't matter. I'm just going to put 2/14 since that is our scheduled class. Okay. For these particular files, because we're doing an online class this week, I do want you to submit these files once they are completed. Okay. So here we have a summary report. We're going to be creating a bunch of charts. And once we're done with the charts, we're going to be bringing them into this sheet. All right, so there's just some numbers over here. Basically, when you're doing a presentation to somebody or trying to sell a product to someone, maybe you might have like a nice summary report like this and some charts just highlighting all the data. All right, so looking at the background, here's 10 years worth of data. The key to creating charts is knowing what type of chart to create. So obviously, when you look at 10 years worth of data, and you're looking at it for the New Century Fund, which is our fund, okay, large growth, and then the S&P 500, and you're comparing everything, something like a pie chart would not work. In order to actually insert a chart, you basically go into the insert button, all right? So just to help you try to remember, inserting pictures, tables, charts, spark lines we're going to be working with today too, and they're just like little mini charts that would exist in a cell. And then you have some other features as well, okay? But basically you would not be creating something like a pie chart for all of this information. You would be doing like a line chart. So if any of you have ever followed or at least seen anything to do with the stock market, you'll see a lot of line charts showing the history of funds, and basically that is what we would use for that, okay? I'm just going to show you everything that we have so far. The next sheet shows our assets that the New Century Fund holds. This is the one we're going to end up starting with. So as you can see, we only have a short amount of information. And so something like this, if you want to just show how everything is divided up, the best chart to use is the pie chart. Okay, so it'll just show a piece of the pie, or what piece of the pie it takes up. You never want to include the total on your pie chart because it's going to skew the data. Basically, this makes up the entire pie. Okay, if you were to add this as well, then this total number would take up the 50% of the pie because this is equal to all of these. Okay, so never add a total to a pie chart. Next we have the sectors, okay, and so here we have the New Century Fund, and we also have the S&P 500. This would make a really good column chart, but a step further, it would make a really good clustered column chart. And the reason being is this would be one column, then this, and if you do a clustered column, the S&P 500 is going to be right next to the New Century Fund. So we'll be working on that as well. And then we have this sector history. Basically, this is all the information, right? All the history behind all of this info. So what we're going to be doing is we'll take this at the end and we'll create these little spark lines. And it's basically a little mini chart. And we'll do an example of a line chart because that is a lot of information. And we'll basically do like a little line chart, and each one will exist in a cell. So it's just like a quick, nice, easy way to show that basically, again, to somebody you're marketing to, or perhaps investors, etc. Okay, so I'm going to leave this as an introduction, and then what I'll do is start a new thing just for the pie charts. Okay.